And welcome back, this is Scuba with more Let's Play StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. When we last left off, we destroyed a whole bunch of shit, and we are getting close to the end of the game. It looks like we are approaching the last little bunch of missions here. I am joined, as always, by Artanis.
This victory belongs to Karax.
I might have helped as well. Alarak, what are your thoughts on what happened here?
Such hubris. To think that they could control what they did not understand. Oh, it's always hubris with the Terrans. Get too close to a black hole, and it will crush you.
We once thought the same of the Tal'Darim, Alarak. We believed you mindless and obedient slaves.
And we thought you were weak, impure, and unworthy. And yet now we stand together.
Perhaps we acted too rashly with Mobius Core. There may have been a different way.
Oh, Templar, is there ever a moment when your people do not doubt themselves? No, Artanis. Extermination was the only course. The hybrid leave nothing to save.
Oh yes, that's one way of looking at it. Alright, I am excited because we have upgrades to carriers to look at today.
The Golden Armada has devastated the sector, Artanis. I know we cannot engage them directly, but this must not continue.
I'm sorry, you were saying something? I was distracted by something. How you doing, Vorazun?
May those Terrans find peace in death.
I hope so. Alright, Rohana, how does it feel to no longer have your halo thing on your back? I mean, the Kala is gone.
Rohana, before you freed yourself from the Kala's grip, did you see anything else?
Yes, I saw Amon's end. As the Firstborn created the Kala, the Xel'Naga were disturbed from their slumber. They felt an absence within the void itself. They discovered Amon and his followers at Xeris, and a war among the gods erupted. Amon unleashed the Swarm.
And the Swarm consumed the Xel'Naga.
Only a fraction remained within Ulnar. In the final confrontation, Amon was felled, but he was not defeated. He returned to the void, twisting it with his hatred. His servant, Narud, machinated for eons, seeking a body to sustain his master.
The hybrid.
A stepping stone towards the host body he now forges upon Aiur. His plan is almost complete.
We are still here, Rohana, and he can be defeated again.
Oh, we will defeat him again. Alright, we have an assembly panel to look at. There's also some things I want to talk about with that, but I'll probably save that till end of game credits. Ooh, void ray. Alright, let's see what we can do to upgrade.
Capital ships have docked within the Spear of ADUN. They await your preference.
Oh, I'm probably going to have a preference. I have no idea what's coming though. Alright, capital ship. That is quite a name, actually. Alright, we have the carrier, which comes with repair drones now.
Carrier has arrived.
It heals nearby friendly mechanical units. Interceptors attack ground and air units. That was nothing new. They're not doing it, like, this guy's not healing anybody. This is a disappointing upgrade for me. I was hoping to make the interceptors more powerful somehow, but no, we got some kind of repair. 2 repair drones automatically heal friendly mechanical units near the carrier, except not always other carriers. So it waits until shields are gone, right? And this one's healing this one, but this one's not healing this one. And it doesn't look like the middle one was getting hit at all. I don't know. This doesn't look particularly good to me. Alright, anyway, carrier. Having miniaturized the Spear of Adun's reconstruction beam, Karax has upgraded our carriers with drones that can repair other machines within their vicinity. These improvements will greatly enhance the longevity of our ships. I wouldn't necessarily say greatly based on what you show me here. Alright, anyway, we got the Tempest next.
Valor is eternal.
I'm not sure how I feel about the Tempest. I never really got a chance to play around with it or fight against it, to be honest. Deals heavy damage for long range. Disintegration deals damage over time. Disintegration deals 500 damage over 20 seconds to target enemy unit or structure. Looks like I'm going to have to activate that, and I don't know. It was something this big. I don't necessarily want to activate anything. All right, unit info. The Tempest's volatile weaponry has always endangered its pilot. Karax has integrated our Tempests into the Purifier data web, allowing them to be flown remotely. They can now be outfitted with advanced disintegration at no risk to their pilot. So they're drones, is what you're telling me. I don't know, they do have a huge range. That you can kind of see it here. They outrange photon cannons, and we have definitely been seeing that throughout this campaign, and I am a fan of that. But that does usually require micro from me, unless I have a particularly large army. But I don't know, carriers were pretty disappointing to me in the last mission, and doesn't look like they got more powerful as a result. I mean, they're gonna get tankier slightly, but I think for the time being, we'll stick with the Tempest. I never thought I would say that I would turn down the carrier, but that sounds like the better option right now. Ooh, we have a new Void Ray, though.
The legendary Arbiter vessels have been reconstructed due to our great need. They can be deployed at your discretion.
And we get Arbiters. I have to try to remember what Arbiters do. I never used Arbiters. They were from Starcraft 1. I do remember that. They might have just been in the expansion, but they were definitely in the first game.
We feel your presence.
All right, cloaks nearby friendly units. That's probably the best thing about them. Places enemy units into stasis. That's new. And then teleports friendly units to its location. That is also new. This sounds like a micro-heavy thing, and it could be really good, but I have a sneaking suspicion that in the final few missions of the game, they're going to have detectors on them. You know, I've had access to Dark Templar for a while, and there's a reason I'm not going down that tree. You know, it's just not necessarily worth it for me. All right, so Stasis Field places enemy units in target area into stasis for 15 seconds. Units in stasis cannot move, attack, be attacked, or be affected by abilities. Wait, I can't even hit them? That reduces its usefulness by quite a bit then. And I assume I can't do it to massive targets anyway. Mass Recall teleports all friendly units in the target area to the Arbiter's location, and then Cloak Field is passive cloaks all friendly units near the Arbiter. Lost after the fall of Aiur. The technology for Arbiter construction still exists aboard the Spear of ADUN. The ability to cloak and recall our forces while placing the enemy in stasis is a valuable addition to our fleet. It is definitely a micro-heavy unit, and they go down really quick because a lot of times you'll be encountering a group of enemies. They'll only be able to see the Arbiter, so they will kill the Arbiter pretty damn quickly. Although, like, if you mix it in with a huge army, it can be very effective, but to be honest, Void Ray pretty much is my army at this point, so I'm going to be sticking with Void Rays. They have been very nice for me, and I don't plan on changing that anytime soon. They are my Air Force right now. Tempest, they're there. Corsairs, hooray, but Void Rays is pretty much it. So we're going to stick with that. Let's head back to the Solar Core. We can look at this keystone again.
The energies of the Void are highly unpredictable. The keystone appears to act as a focal point, converting the energy of one reality into another.
How many realities do you think there are, Karax? Phoenix, you're up first.
Hierarch, the Purifiers are impressed with your leadership. They clamor to strike at the heart of Amon.
Friend Phoenix, they are impressed equally with yours.
Yes, they have chosen to follow my command. Leadership is new for me, as is everything else.
I had not intended to become Hierarch. I questioned the decision. There had to be someone more worthy. Do not fall into the same mental traps I did, my friend. The Purifiers follow you for a reason, as the Daylom now follow me. Self-doubt will only cloud your decision-making.
You speak truth, Hierarch. You speak as a leader.
Lots of practice, really. Karax, What do you have to say about this? I'm still a little weirded out by the claws that are hanging out by your knees.
The deeds of a Templar suit you, Karax.
For the entirety of my life, I have given myself to the art of creation. My war has been one of design, a battle against obstacles that hinder optimization. I am a faithsmith, and will always be my first calling. But as times change, those who were not born true Templar can become so through their deeds.
Then ready yourself, Templar. You will be needed.
Give me more upgrades. All right, so we have unallocated solarite, so let's take a look at what I can upgrade. It is not much, as you might expect. I can get up to warp harmonization again. Yeah, I guess we could do that. I don't know, nothing really stands out as something I necessarily need to go out and get. So, warp harmonization, and then we'll upgrade our shield recharge by a little bit. I did forget that I lowered that, but still the carriers were not doing well for me. Ultimately, they were not working out so great. So it looks like there's still possibly 50, 100, and another 50. So 200, and how much does each of these cost? 210 more solarite possible? I don't know. Maybe they're not going to give me enough to fill all of these out, but it's still a possibility for me. I would like to deploy Phoenix at some point, but I'm not sure they're going to let me get enough to do that. All right, warp travel is ready. Where are we headed?
So many lost. So much destruction. But there is a glimmer of hope. We will destroy Amon's host body and cast him from the Kala. The Templar shall make our final stand for Aiur.
If your glimmer of hope is me, it is a faint one. And as you might expect, there is only one location left. Like I said, we're going to endgame now. We're headed to Aiur. Let's go.
Brothers, sisters, the time has come for our attack.
Oh, well, this is truly a miracle.
Rohana has used her connection to the Kala to reveal Amon's plan. He forges a hybrid body to indwell, and exists within it and the Kala. But he remains vulnerable until this form is complete. He must call upon the Golden Armada for defense.
There is still a way to prevent them from warping to Aiur, by dismantling the warp network's power structures.
That would grant us the time we need to destroy Amon's hybrid form. Clever.
Once he only has the Templar to inhabit, we unleash the Keystone, removing Amon from the Kala.
It will not contain him for long.
No, but long enough for our people to sever their connection to the Kala and thrust him back into the void.
His optimism is dangerous. We could destroy them all from orbit, and not waste such time.
How dare you suggest the destruction of our people? I will not accept that, Alarak. What we face is a true horror, but we must endure it. Ready yourselves. The final confrontation is upon us, and we will meet it head-on.
And I guess we're meeting it head-on right now. As you might expect, we have to go through all the conversations again. Artanis, anything new to say now that we're here?
Aiur, this is not the first time I have fought for you, but it may be the last.
Artanis does not like his chances. Alarak, are you a little bit more optimistic?
Your people are lost, Artanis. I know you desire to save them, but it will not be done. Our focus should be on Amon's destruction alone.
By destroying Amon's body, then liberating my people from the Kala, he will be thrust back into the void. It is a victory we can achieve.
It is a folly and a risk we do not need to incur. We should eradicate the Protoss, burn the entire world, and all on it.
No, Alarak. If we may save my people, it will be done. Do not defy me on this.
Of course, I only counsel wisdom. If you do not wish to hear it, I will say no more.
Every once in a while, you remind me that you're the same voice actor as Q. That was a very Q thing to say, is all I'm saying. So, I have a feeling that we're going to be up against Protoss this time, because they keep on mentioning Protoss. Let's see what we can do here.
Artanis.
How you doing, Vorazun?
Aiur. Some of my people are seeing it for the first time. They were born on Shakuras and have only heard tales of our homeland.
They will see much more of it, now that the power of the Keystone is within our grasp. Zeratul spoke truly. It has ushered us unto hope.
Yes, though not as we initially suspected.
Still, his tireless devotion brought us this chance. I will forever honor him for that.
As shall I.
Okay, looking at the positive side of it, still a bleak outlook for me. Rohana?
The psionic matrix was first sparked 3,000 years ago. It is strange. Such a joyous event, and I only know of it from what has been recorded in history. I do not feel the memory. I cannot tell you of the joy that Protoss felt as the first pulse charged the psi matrix, or the rush of thoughts that cascaded through the Kala and the minds of the proud Kalai.
And yet, we know all that we need to about these times, Rohana.
Yes. You must understand, though, to have so little of experience to recall it, my account is capable of flaws, of imperfection.
Perhaps this is how our histories should be viewed after all, without certainty, only seen through the era one lives in.
No, her way is better. I like the experiencing of it. That's more rich, that's deeper, whatever. Also, 3,000 years, that's it. I mean, granted, we've advanced technologically a lot since 3,000 years ago, but I expected it longer. All right, so I just wanted to make a final look at everything that we can do. I still feel like the Void Ray is the best option here. Tempest here. The Colossus, you just can't beat the Colossus. I'm sorry, the Wrathwalker does not really sound good to me, and I've never been a fan of Reavers. Sorry. All right, Dark Archon, probably still for the best. I have not been using them at all, but still probably the best one here. Maybe the Ascendant, but that's more of a sneaky thing, and I don't think I'm going to be doing anything sneaky. Corsair, mostly because it is a buff. It can attack units in the air, and it does area damage to units in the air, and then it disrupts everything on the ground. Problem is that they're faster than the rest of my fleet normally, so they die quickly. Sentry, yeah, sorry, I need the heals. Dark Templar, definitely the best one for my purposes here, I would say. Yeah, probably. The Annihilator, mostly for area damage, although... No, wait, I'm thinking Vanguard. Yeah, let's go Vanguard. So maybe that's a better option here, and we'll have the first Tal'Darim out of everything that I have here. And then Stalker, I have not found a replacement for that. And the Centurion. Wait, the Adept is what I was thinking of when I was thinking the stealthy one. So then,
Here in the shadows.
what was I thinking when it came to Sentry? No, the Ascendant.
Vengeance for the betrayed.
Oh, right, this is the area damage, this is micro heavy. Right. Right, I got those two confused, the Ascendant and the... What was it? Adept. All right, so I think that's the army that I'm going to go forward with. These guys, if I'm going to be using them at all, I do need to go through the rest of my army. But I'm probably not going to be doing much with them. I'm probably going to be sticking with Colossus, Stalker, Sentry, maybe Colossus. All right, I think that's it. We have a new conversation in the Solar Core. Ooh, we have two. Uh-oh. What's going on here?
These readouts cannot be right. Or at least, I hope they are not.
Any sort of explanation as to what that means would be helpful, Karax. I'm going to you first because of that.
The keystone is reacting to void energies on the surface of Aiur. But this scale, it can only be...
Amon, how long until the keystone is ready?
I do not know. It has only been used like this once before. The keystone shows clear evidence of tampering, likely by this Narud creature mentioned in the Terran engineer Swan's report. It was adapted to drain the void energies within Kerrigan and store them until they could be redistributed to revive Amon. The foundation is there, but it was never intended to house the full energies of a Xalnaga.
You will find a way, Karax. If there is one thing I have learned, you will not rest until you have found your result. I have faith in that.
Thank you, Hierarch. But this will prove difficult. The keystone was intended to be a vessel, not a prison.
So if we succeed, it sounds like they're already establishing what could possibly happen in the next game. Maybe that's just me. All right, Phoenix, what's going on with you?
I have such tangible memories of Aiur. I can still feel the warm breezes of Aldera, its hot sunlight filling my every pore.
The Praetor Council took me to Aldera as a youngling too. It is there where I ignited my first Psyblade.
Phoenix as well. It was the proudest moment of his life. He felt such purpose, such surety of his existence. I look forward to seeing this place he so loved for the first time.
Those memories you hold, they are of another place. That world is no more.
Then we shall build a better one on top of it.
No, I said it's no more, not that it's like shattered. Sure, that'll work. All right, I think we are ready to go. Let us see what the mission has in store for us here.
The Psi Matrix's power structures are accessible from 3 locations across Aiur. We must divide our forces to destroy them. I shall coordinate you and your Executor's efforts from aboard the Spear of ADUN. We can begin as soon as you are ready, Hierarch.
Yeah, hold on, I'm trying to see what kind of hostile forces I'm up against. The fact that you started with Zerg pisses me off. Are we going back to Zerg? We're going back to Zerg, so it's Zerg and hybrid. That's not cool. I think the only thing that I really need to change is the Centurion. Let's switch that back to Zealot.
We are the Blades of Aiur.
Outside of that, I think that's still going to be pretty strong for me. I feel like that is still the best options for me. Let's head in, see what we can do. And what are the achievements before we get underway? No new units. We are out of units. No mothership or mothership core for us here. Templars Return. Complete the Templars Return mission in the Legacy of the Void campaign. Outrunner. Don't lose any units to psionic energy in the last section of the Templars Return mission. Probably not going to happen. Apparently I'm going to need to run at the end of this. Once again, they kind of spoil things with achievements. That's how I know we're at the end of the game, too. I had to look at the achievements, and they were telling me, oh, this is pretty much it. All right, Master Control. Control at least 15 enemy units with Karax's Reclamation ability in the Templars Return mission on normal difficulty. Well, I'll probably do that, but I have no idea what that necessarily means, and I don't know if it's going to work on hybrid, which is going to be my chief target. Let's head in. Templars Return. We need to destroy the psionic matrix. I have no idea what we're getting into. Oh, look at that. They're all lined up. That is very nice. I should probably also mention that I am using a new keyboard. Therefore, all the problems that I had in the previous missions were because my keyboard was broken, and all of the problems that I'm going to have moving forward are because I have a new keyboard. Honestly, it's pretty much the same. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. Just thought I would point it out. Oh, great! Protoss Champion's abilities. I just noticed that they're bound to Q and E because you guys learned from Heroes of the Storm, which is weird that you guys were so late to the Dota party, since it was originally a Warcraft 3 mod from what I understand. But we are ready to head into Aiur.
The psionic matrix is the beating heart of Aiur, formed from a lattice of Kadaran crystals embedded within the planet's crust. Its power structures can only be accessed from 3 points. If we destroy them, it should disable the warp network.
I will send 3 forces. We shall destroy the Matrix before Amon can recall the Golden Armada to Aiur.
Vorazun, Alarak, you must enter the Citadel of the Executor to reach the first power structure. But the city has been infested.
No matter. We shall purge Antioch of the Zerg.
Even if I must do it myself.
Oh, hooray, we got 2 new units. We have Alarak and Vorazun. Let's see if I can... No, we should probably set hotkeys just in case.
So these are the Zerg who defeated you? Pitiful. They too shall fall before my power.
Hold on, I'm setting hotkeys. All right, Alarak is 2,
There is little
3,
time.
together
How
into
shall
1.
you serve me?
All right, so Alarak has looks like 2 abilities here, Q and E. I'll try to keep my fingers on those. We'll see how that works out. Destruction Wave, cooldown of 5. I'm going to be mashing this. Unleashes a massive wave of force in a straight line, dealing 50 damage, plus 25 versus air. 2 enemies in his path and knocking them back. Massive units are knocked back a shorter distance because they're massive. And then Soul Absorption, Alarak heals 20 life and restores 20 shields when a nearby biological unit is slain. Oh, it's lucky we're up against Zerg then. And Deadly Charge, Alarak intercepts target enemy unit and strikes it for 200 damage. It is auto-casting. Do I want that auto-casting? No, I don't think I do. I think I want to control where he does his 200 damage. Maybe that's just me. All right,
We
Vorazun,
must form a plan.
you are a matriarch indeed. Veil of Shadows assumes rapidly regenerating shields. We'll go into that. Shadow Dash teleports Vorazun to the targeted location and resets Shadow Fury's cooldown. I assume we'll learn that one in a bit too. Veil of Shadows, Vorazun is permanently cloaked. Shield regeneration rate is greatly increased while Vorazun is undetected. And Shadow Fury rapidly teleports to random enemies within 5 radius 8 times, attacking each of them for 60 damage. Single target can be hit more than once. Right click to deactivate auto casting. That one I think I should leave on.
Speak.
All right, so you said Destruction Wave first. Sounds like a good idea. Nah, I gotta attack from time to time. So, all right, we'll try it. We will try it.
As I desire.
And then go ahead and get in there and kill everything. Alarak is pretty much greatly back
Tell
up to
me,
full.
how did you lose Aiur to these animals? Did they leap up and chew apart your starships?
The Zerg were once the greatest threat my people faced. Only a fool would underestimate them.
Well then, I will bow to your experience as the fool.
You're such a fool. Okay, so second wave of enemies. We're already up against an Ultra here. That does not bode well for me. All right, let's attack in.
As
Hit that with
I
that.
desire.
The 200 damage, please. And then go ahead and knock them all up in the air. You go ahead and warp in. Killing enemies as we go. And we go ahead and target him again. You didn't heal him good.
Do not waste my time.
Naraz Gula.
State your request.
All right, rapid shield
You
regeneration,
address
please.
the High Lord.
That didn't work out all that
So
well.
shall it be.
I'm not good with
I
characters.
hesitate to think what you would do without me.
You are about to find out. This gate is sealed from the other side, and I shall move through the shadows to open it.
This is the shadows, by the way.
The enemy will never see me. You require counsel. We
I
stand with
require
our
counsel.
allies.
Alright.
And Arudin Shakuris. Overseers. They can detect my presence. Better to avoid them.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea. Let's avoid that.
There is much to be done.
Okay. Thank you. That was nice, I guess.
It is my honor.
I thought I saw something like that.
Our
Nope,
future
out of range.
is the Dalam.
Stay out of range. I do want to kill all of them, though.
We stand with our allies.
What? But they weren't in the
It
range.
is my honor.
Thought they were in the range. All right, back up to full.
Our future is the
Head out
Dalam.
again.
Are you done yet? Or do I need to keep slaughtering the Zerg here?
You didn't slaughter shit.
And Arudin Shakuris.
All right,
There. The gate has been opened.
we gotta check.
Finally. Now let us continue.
Honestly, because I'm so
So
bad at this
shall it
game, I'm
be.
gonna go ahead and drop a save. I am not good at microing in this game. I'm just not.